It was good while it lasted.
Okay, we are back for episode 3 of the Blanime podcast. This is Mike, and I'm joined with my best homie, Sine.
Hi, everybody.
This week, first off, we're happy to be back for the third week, and also just to kind of give a little backstory. We definitely recorded this episode already, but
I'm fucking done.
we definitely recorded this episode already, and I definitely didn't have shit plugged in, so it didn't record properly. So yeah, y'all gonna have to bear with me. We basically gonna run through this all over again, but the right way. So yeah, I fucked up, but yeah. Also, what we didn't do the first time we are on live. So shout out to all my Blanime people in the live group right now. We are broadcasting.
Watching us record.
Yeah, so
it's lit.
We thought we'd do something different this week. But yeah, what we wanted to touch on this week was our favorite animes that we picked from last week. Our number ones. Sinead's gonna touch on Death Note, her favorite of all time, and then afterwards I'm gonna follow it back with touching on Yu Yu Hakusho, my favorite of all time, and then we'll go from there. And then yeah, y'all gotta bear with us. We definitely have been drinking as well, so
that first one would have
yeah.
probably worked. This one's gonna be real funny.
For those that can see us on the live thing, this is a strawberry margarita that we've been drinking. So this ain't no fucking.
Same juice.
This ain't no Bahama Mama, I don't want niggas to think shit's sweet, like. But yeah, all right. So yeah, Death Note. I really fuck with Death Note heavy. Nate fucks with it even heavier than I do.
My shit.
Her shit. Nate's gonna definitely, kick it off and dive into her feelings about Death Note, and then I'll piggyback off of her because this is her element right here. And then Nate, I'm gonna go ahead and pass off to you. So how do you want? How do we dive into the beautiful anime that Death Note is?
So since Mike threw me the oop,
yes,
I'm gonna go ahead and dump that hoe.
Loud City.
So boom, this is really gonna be the hood version of the summer for Death Note again. So boom,
Hood Note.
My nigga Light pops up on the scene. You know what I'm saying? You see this nigga like walking around school and stuff. Cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Kind of popular and shit. He's walking around campus and he sees this random notebook on the ground. So he picks it up. Starts reading the instructions and the rules in it. Kind of thinks it's some BS. And then he realizes that there's a Shinigami, Ryuk, that's attached to the Death Note.
What is a Shinigami?
A Shinigami is a death god.
Okay.
A death god. So a death god is connected to this Death Note. And, Light, which, let's backtrack. Light's father is actually a detective police officer in Tokyo.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's something that he wanted to follow in his father's footsteps. So justice, being like a vigilante, all that stuff is right along his alley. So him getting this Death Note, he thinks, he believes he can change the world and rid the world of evil by writing criminals' names down in this Death Note. Now within this process, he ends up receiving an identity. People don't know that he is the one doing this, but the people call him Kira, which we were talking about that in the first one. I don't know if it means killer, justice, or God, or something.
Sure it means killer.
Something along those lines.
We still ain't Googled yet.
We haven't, bro. We got smartphones. But it's on that persona, and you know, Kira grows from there. He continues to, you know, kill these criminals, and the Tokyo police department, and I guess the Japanese government, kind of want to get a hold on it, so they hire in L. L is a freaking genius, along with Light, and they create a task force with Light's father being one of the main guys on the task force to get Kira. And then we watch their camaraderie, their love-hate relationship, L and Light, throughout the first half of the anime, up until Light defeats L. I would say that's a defeat. And then we go into the second half of it, where you watch Light grow. The task force is still around, and eventually the demise of Light Yagami at age 23, 24 is at the end of the Death Note. That was a quick rundown. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you watch it. If you're into critical thinking, meticulous actions, whatever, definitely the anime for you. Now,
oh yeah, real quick. So I did some Googles while Nate was diving into it. So yeah, it says that Kira is just the transliteration of the English word killer, not a direct, and technically it should end in a double A. So it's not necessarily a Japanese word. From what I'm reading, it just says that is a transliteration of the word killer. So I thought it was.
Yeah, that's what you said.
But I didn't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they said in the anime, but I didn't know what it was for sure. But yeah, that's what we got from the Googles that we just did. When this podcast gets, you know, really big, I'm gonna have somebody be able to do this shit for me while I'm recording, so I don't have to do it myself. But yeah, what Nate said, you know, Death Note really is a really good anime, and I fuck with it heavy because of, like I said, the suspense, the drama, the thriller. I'm sorry, I've had a few. But no, the Death Note is a really good anime, and because of all the aspects of Death Note is really good. You have the main character who's killing criminals that deserve to die, using basically a magic book given to him by a death god, and he was getting people the fuck up out of here.
Not thinking twice about it.
Not thinking twice about it. He just wanted to rid the world of evil. Which, you know, to a certain extent I can understand, and then he started kind of going overboard with it. So, and that's where, you know, in comes L, the best detective in the world, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And their love-hate relationship, them trying to outthink each other, to me is the highlight of the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could tell that L, like we were saying, L and Light really wanted to fuck with each other, but they knew that one or the other was on some, really, L knew that Light was on some funny shit. Light knew that L was on his tail, so they had to play nice, but in a different lifetime, in a different situation, they probably would have been the best of friends.
Yeah.
Definitely would have been the best of friends.
They both respected each other's intellect.
Definitely. So one thing that I put, because with this, I actually went back and watched a little bit of it with the second arc, I guess I would say. The second story.
The second
arc.
half of the story,
of the story. I went back and watched yesterday, and it was some things that as many times as I watched it, I kind of picked up on even more. I didn't realize, I guess episode 26, what I put in the notes, was when L's theory really came together after he died, and then, you know, Light he took L's spot, which Nier called him the second L or L2 or some crazy shit.
Yeah. He
like
was basically that. L's
predecessor.
Yeah, exactly.
Successor, even though Nier was. One of my biggest things, like, you know, like I said, I feel like after L dies, you kind of see Light. You see Kira grow, and you see Light grow, because he literally ages. You start seeing where he's going with this, and you see him actually take on the persona of Kira without really taking it on in public. You know what I'm saying? He started feeding into the public like loving this nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings the quote that I had mentioned that that entire anime gives me is the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And that's how I feel like that anime is described from top to bottom, because initially Light's his initial intentions, his initial goal, like you said, was to rid the world of evil, but along the way he lost sight of that and started seeing the personal gain from it, because
damn near became evil.
Because he became a god. At some point he believed that he was God, because he was able to pass judgment on people with the Death Note. Little did he know which he did know, that like Ryu told him, I mean, eventually your judgment comes too, and I'm gonna be the one to write your name in this book. So
Facts.
you know.
Facts.
Another person, I think we talked about this. Misa, even though she annoyed me, I guess she did kind of have a big role. I mean, she
had a
kind
significant
of
role, yeah, for sure. Cause she
almost fucked the shit up.
She definitely did. But she like I said, she played her part, because she had a big part in Light's success as the Death Note keeper. So without him ripping the pages, and without him kind of finding all the rules and what the Death Note was capable of, and her getting her own Shinigami, and getting the eyes of the Shinigami, which ended up helping Light kill L. She played a big part, and she's one of the more, I guess, I feel like she was kind of slept on because of her role and how kind of goofy she was, but she actually played a really significant part in the whole story.
Exactly. If you have or haven't watched it, hopefully you have by the time you listen to this. Misa initially came out as the second Kira, which is the name that L gave her.
Mm-hmm.
But when she was trying to communicate with Light, when she found out there was another Death Note on Earth, and she made that little tape or whatever, almost fucked everything up.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we kind of see her, and she wanted to pay homage to him. And they ended up getting married and shit, extra as hell, and he didn't give a fuck about it.
He did that on purpose.
He did. He was so meticulous, and that's the thing. Like one of the notes I put, this nigga lived a double life, bro. Like he literally was living he was the model citizen, the model person, but behind closed doors, he was like over here taking names, literally, no pun intended, taking names and killing folks off.
Definitely.
Like, what would you do with a Death Note?
Oh yeah, well, we definitely had this conversation before, so first and foremost, I'm getting R. Kelly the fuck up out of here. Yeah, pedophile number one's getting the fuck up out of here. Nasty nigga.
Fucking done.
Yeah, no, he's out of here for sure. Shit, who else is out of here? I kind of toyed the idea of getting Trump up out of here, but I feel like he's gonna get his. He will eventually get his. So,
a Death Note is not needed for that.
I don't need a Death Note for him. That his Big Macs are gonna definitely get him.
Boy, goodbye.
Yeah.
Boy, them cup O fries.
His surf and turf Big Mac / fish fillet is gonna get him the fuck up out of here. So I ain't even worried about that. That's his own Death Note.
No, really. No,
for
really.
sure. Yeah, I probably have a very small list of people I feel like they need to just go. But yeah, definitely R. Kelly. Without question, R. Kelly's out of here. Take his music with him.
Boy, see, here this nigga go. I don't know. Watching that anime so many times, I've toyed with the idea of like that kind of power, because that's what it is. I literally have life and death in my hands if I know your name.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Robert Kelly.
Boy, I always thought, which is why if you follow me on Twitter, you see my tweets or anything, my display name is Light Yagami, because I really related to that anime a lot. not necessarily saying that I would have that I have a death note and I'm killing folks or I'm trying to kill people, but there was a realistic standpoint to that whole anime, and I really feel like the biggest thing was when I initially watched it, I felt like I was in Light's shoes to a certain extent because I was trying to figure stuff out. I kind of wanted to make make a difference, and then he found a way to make the difference, but along the way he lost himself and he lost the ultimate goal, and that selfish praise that he wanted out of it, that's what he ended up getting.
Ego.
Which it wasn't. Yeah, his ego. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. His ego as Kira took over the main objective, and he was dead at 23.
Had a little bit too much chip on his dip, and
couldn't handle it.
Nah, yeah, it was tweaking. So yeah, no. Light, I feel Light was a good dude, and then he just kind of got out of there.
I really hate that his dad died thinking that he wasn't Kira, because I really want to say in the live action not the Netflix live action, so let me rephrase that, the one that was on Crunchyroll, the Japanese one, his dad found out that he was Kira. I really want to say that's what happened. Another thing, one of the rules I didn't mention this. One of the rules I actually kind of didn't like in the Death Note was the fact that even if you didn't use it, if you touched it, that you went to limbo. Like, you couldn't go to heaven or hell, you was just stuck, just touching it.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of didn't like that, because I was like, damn, if I didn't use it. At that point, shit, if I'm touching it, bro, I might as well use this hoe since I'm already judged. Shit, let me use this hoe and do whatever.
What if I picked it up by accident? Like,
that's what I'm saying, because I didn't know what it was. Like, okay, perfect example. If that hoe if Ryuk just so happened to throw his Death Note down to us right now, it would probably be in Japanese. We wouldn't know it's a Death Note. So we would pick it up and be like, oh, what is this random book on the ground in Japanese? I can't understand this. And then it was the goddamn Death Note. And we stuck. Now we in limbo.
Super stuck.
And Ryuk didn't give a fuck.
No, he definitely
didn't. He didn't give a damn. I really, really liked him.
He went to Earth because he was bored.
Bored? That's what... Because they had nothing else to do. Again, just like the Shinigami that gave Misa the Shinigami eyes.
I always forget his name. Yeah.
I don't know his name. He's a weirdo.
He was insignificant. Yeah.
He was an obsessed perv. If you really look at it, bro, wouldn't you think that like he literally? Wait,
was he looking at Misa like he was like?
He fell in love with her. He fell in love with her, watching her.
Right.
So that's why he ended up giving his life. No, she was about to die, so he gave his life so she could live, and then she got to get half of his lifespan, which was probably fucking forever. Yeah. Because Shinigamis don't really even fucking die. And then Rim, honestly, so Rim is the other Shinigami, aka Death God, that appears in Death Note. Because I was gonna say she, but it.
She was a female.
I think it was a female.
Yeah, she was female.
Female. So Rim was attached to Misa's Death Note after the Shinigami that gave his life for her asked her to take over the Death Note or something along those lines. And Rim ended up having like a weird obsession for Misa, if you notice, because remember when Light was doing all that stuff and was like, when he came up with the idea about giving the possessions of the notebooks in A, B, and C, so they could get L off track, so they could forget, and then at some point when they touched the Death Note again, they could remember. Rim wasn't feeling that shit. Rim was like,
That's very true.
I just want to make sure that Misa okay at the end. So I don't know what Misa had. I really wanted to go somewhere else with this, but I don't want to be.
Nah, you about to say some nasty ass shit.
Bro.
Say it. Fuck it, say it.
Plies voice. Lil P got some power.
No.
But she didn't give it up. I'm just saying because they were obsessed with her.
If Misa had some good coochie, then Light wouldn't have done half the shit that he did.
But Light he wasn't even going for it though.
Exactly.
But that's because he was so obsessed with being Kira, he lost focus of the human side of himself. Because he started looking at himself as a god, so he didn't even worry about the flesh, bro. This nigga was like way over here. Like just way out, like too far gone.
Nah, fuck that shit. That nigga is tripping, cause
she was cute, bro, for an anime. She wasn't as cute as like some of the other ones we've seen, but she was cute for that.
We definitely gonna dive into the top 5 most clappable anime.
That's a podcast.
But that's another day, though.
That's another podcast
we'll definitely
for
address
another
that.
day, bro.
We'll definitely address that. Rangiku. We'll definitely address that. Let me see what we're looking like on this live over here.
No, really, bro. And
Let's see
seriously,
who's on here right now.
Another
watching,
thing.
Oscar's watching. Okay. Cool.
Another thing I really
Chad.
noticed, bro. Boy.
Yeah, I don't know why his name Chad.
Yeah.
Chad to my Bleach all day.
Back to what we're really talking about, Death Note.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about Bleach right now. I really didn't realize again till the other night when I was picking back up on the second story arc, I would say, of Death Note. I didn't realize that really L had to die for you to see how dark and evil and cold-blooded Light really got.
Yeah.
Because you knew it was there. It did, but like when he defeated L and he felt like he knew he defeated L and like his character took another turn that I wouldn't say. I guess the first time I didn't take it in, but like I said, I watch it so often that like every time you watch something, you pick up something. You pick up extra details that you missed or things that you didn't notice. And I didn't notice how dark that his character got when he started growing older. Then they made him the head of the task force. It was just like, there was nothing they could do.
Yeah. You made the head of the task force the guy that y'all hunting. That's crazy to even think about.
Right. That's crazy. Another thing I put in these notes, Mello and Nier, a.k.a. trash and dumpster juice. Okay, I ain't gonna call Nier trash.
Nier was trash. Nier won. Yeah, you can't call him trash. He won.
He won. I just didn't like the fact that he got clout off of L's theory and everything. He basically just took. L gave him everything. L handed him he threw him the oop, bro, and he did all the leg work.
We know you're an L stan. It's okay, but like I said, Nier was the next man up. Like if L didn't get his ass killed, then you wouldn't even have to worry about Nier. So L took an L, and,
so somebody else could rise.
And in comes Nier to pick up the pieces. So it just is what it is.
Don't you think it's ironic that it was L, then M for Mello, then N for Nier?
Oh,
I wonder if that's some type of
I didn't realize it.
I wonder if that was some type, and that's what I'm saying. It's so much stuff. Like if you really start watching, I wonder if a lot of this stuff was stuff that we missed, and it really had some type of significance. And maybe Mello really was the successor and not Nier, but because Nier kind of acted more like
Mello.
Mello was weird, bro.
Trash, just like our Mello.
This at home, bro.
Trash.
Ooh.
Trash ass nigga.
It be like this sometimes. It really do.
Yeah.
That anime still resonates with me. I don't know, like even now, like us talking, some of the stuff that I'm thinking about with it, I'm like, bro, I never even thought about that theory. I never thought about it going this way. I never thought about this meaning this or that situation meaning that. That was probably single-handedly one of the greatest written anime show, whatever, bruh.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you could do filters on this goddamn.
On live, yeah, bro. You could be lighter, darker.
I don't need to be any lighter.
The same thing. Banner. What is it called? Stars.
Yeah, I'm cool.
And all kind of shit.
I'm cool fucking with this thing. I just need to see what was going on here. But yeah, we only got 2 people on live right now, but it's cool.
That's cool. They can tune in.
Now everybody else coming in and out. But yeah, no. Mello's trash. But yeah, no. I really didn't even notice that LMN. That's crazy.
Yeah, everything had something. And while we're talking about it, we mentioned, because we did record this once, shit went left field. When we're re-recording the Netflix live action. If you are a fan of anime,
Super
if you
trash.
ever watch Death Note, the anime, if you read the manga, I'm pretty sure 95 to 98% of the people who've seen the live action on Netflix did not enjoy it. They thought it was trash. Lakeith was the only person that
booty butt.
yes, bro, that shit was straight garbage. Lakeith was the only person that took in his character and did a very good job playing L. Like, I could tell he watched the anime, read the manga, and he really embodied what I thought L would have been. It threw me off that they killed Watery though.
Yeah,
Because they changed so much.
Man.
That shit was so left field. I was so goddamn mad watching that shit on the damn Ferris wheel. Then her name was Mia. I'm like, bitch. Why is you sitting here acting like, why is Light sweating you like this? Because we all know that Light was not sweating you at all in the anime. It was total opposite. That shit pissed me off. I was like, yeah, I can't vibe with this. I guess that's just like people who read Harry Potter and then watched the movies, or read the Twilight books and then watched the movie. Like, if you've seen something and then you let Hollywood get to it.
That shit was awful.
It really was, bro. Like, the names. Then it was Americanized. I'm like, bruh, no. His name was Light Turner, bro, because I accidentally found
it. Was Turner?
Light Turner.
I knew it was something basic as hell.
Right. You very American, very average. And he was average. And he was lame. Then on top of that, they made that nigga lame.
Yeah.
He wasn't. And then they made him lame as hell. And we're like, bro, he was Light in the anime was total opposite. Popular. All the bitches wanted him, good at tennis,
cool,
smart.
collected,
yeah. And y'all make this little whack ass nigga fucking Light. Alright, bro. And then they ended that bitch like it was gonna be a part 2. And I'm really trying to figure out how they're gonna make that a part 2.
When did that shit drop? Was that 2017 when it dropped?
Yeah, it was 2017. It's like 2 years ago. Cause the only thing, they didn't kill him, but like, I'm like, are you guys gonna twist up the storyline because y'all killed Watery instead of L? So L is out for vengeance. Light was in the hospital at the end, but his dad was still. I don't even know if they even had any correlation. It would cure. I can't even remember because I only watched that bitch once. So I just remember at the very end, L was like, I'm mad as fuck, pretty much. Light was in the hospital and Ryuk was standing there. So I'm like, you guys really left it open to be a second movie, but I don't know how.
No, they don't need to. They need
to leave that shit.
They need to dead that shit.
They need
and
to
Netflix trying to go up on the prices too. So yeah, I'll be damned if I pay any more.
Because I don't even know how much I'm paying now, but I seen $13.99. I'm like, bro, I have one profile, yo.
I think it's. I got two, but like, I don't even know. I think it's $12, something like that. All I know is they increase the prices, and I see another Death Note. I'm cussing somebody out.
Somebody, bro. They need to add a whole bunch of shit while they going up on these damn prices. Seriously. Like, for real. Shit, you better add some extra anime, some movies, a whole bunch of shit. But, yeah, back to Death Note. I truly enjoy that anime. Every time I watch it, it almost feels like I'm watching it for the first time. And like Mike said, if you're into critical thinking, there's not a lot of action in it, not a lot of fight scenes or anything, but if you want to like rack your brain, figure some stuff out, put 2 and 2 together, go through different theories, come up with different plots or alternate endings or whatever you want to do, you could definitely get that out of that anime. And I suggest it to everyone. Again, that's always going to be my number one. I honestly don't think that there's one that will ever top that in my book, because that's the kind of stuff I'm into.
Yeah.
I think that's it for me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we good on Death Note. I don't think I have anything to add to that. Yeah, Death Note is really good. Suspense and thriller, and it's probably the most elite of that genre to me.
Yeah. Cause what else would you put in that genre that's similar to Death Note? Honestly,
I can't even think of nothing that's similar to
I was just gonna say, I have never seen nothing nowhere close to that.
Because there's not many anime out there that doesn't have. Well, I'm sure there is, but not anything that I would watch that has pretty much almost no action and just all, you know, suspense, thriller, storyline, critical thinking. Yeah, I really can't think of one off the top of my head, and maybe y'all can help me out and maybe think of something similar, but I can't really think of anything close to Death Note as
that's
far
comparable.
as in that regard.
It's one of a kind in its own realm, in its own little category, sitting pretty at the top. Coming out in 2006, I mean, I don't know, did it drop actually in America in 2006 or just in?
It probably,
because it was 2013, I think 14 before I actually watched it.
Same. It probably didn't drop English, you know, in 2006. It was probably a few years later. It was probably around 2009 or whatever.
Right. You know what's crazy? At one point, because I was doing a lot of research on the hell after I watched it, Zac Efron was who they wanted liked. Yeah, if you look up like initially when they were trying, he would have been better than the nigga they had. But when they were trying to do a live action years ago prior to Netflix picking it up.
Oh, okay.
And Zac Efron was supposed to be Light Yagami, and I thought that would have been decent if they weren't gonna actually get actual people from Japan or Tokyo or where, you know, to actually play that character. I think Zac Efron would have been a good look.
If they did something better with the story, because the fucking story on Netflix was awful. So
yeah, there was no storyline. They didn't keep up with the anime nor manga, and it was just like this bitch took advantage of him and took his Death Note. That's what I feel like happened. I'm like, you little soft ass, weak ass nigga.
Light Yagami would fucking never
let a bitch take advantage of him like that. That shit was sickening.
Fuck a Light Turner.
and then I didn't like that his mom was dead. Yeah. Because in the anime, I don't know about the manga. I've never read the manga. But in the anime, his mom was in there cooking and shit. She was very, very active, very much alive. But in the anime, in both live actions, the Netflix one and the Japanese live action on Crunchyroll, his mom was dead. Which in the Japanese live action, it didn't bother me so much because they pretty much, other than that, they kept pretty much to the storyline.
Right.
And I could rock with that. You really need to watch that shit, bro. That shit was really good.
I'm fuck with it. It
was better than Full Metal. Boy, it was way better than Full Metal.
Well, see, I haven't even finished Full Metal, the anime, so I really can't even. Oh, no. I've started it. I just haven't finished it.
You Brotherhood or just Full Metal?
Well, from my understanding, regular Full Metal was like the very first beginning, and then Brotherhood was like an alternate, I guess.
Yeah, I felt like it was like an alternate.
But it didn't start from like the beginning of when they first like transmutation stuff. I mean, Alphonse is still a fucking knight. Yeah, but they had already like established that he was knight. It wasn't like I remember the beginning of episode 1 of Full Metal. They showed where they tried to bring their mom back or whatever it was, and then they fucked up, and what's his name had a metal arm.
Sidebar: Edward is a strong motherfucker. You talking about some anime characters for your ass? For him to be able to put Alphonse in that goddamn night suit, like to pull him back and then sacrifice his limbs, you gotta be strong as fuck to do some shit like that. Look at me acting like I know how to do alchemy.
Yeah. Let me find out, Nate.
I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
I ain't going. But on that note, to close out Death Note, we can start with Mike's number 1 from last week, which was Yu Yu
Hakusho. Yes, that is my favorite of all time. I don't see it ever coming off my number 1.
I don't think it will, because you speak very highly.
Yeah, no, that's my shit. I really fuck with Yu because the story progresses. I feel like when you're watching it, you grow with the main character, and you can kind of like you get a connection to Yusuke because he went from dying to being resurrected to.
Is he Jesus?
Damn near. damn near he came back and was saving people to, you know, literally doing everything he can for his family, his friends, and the people he fuck with. So, like, Yu Yu is one of those special animes that has humor, action, a good storyline, a good progression,
Overall, good.
no fillers, and different, like, well, I guess it goes into progression, but I was gonna say different levels where he achieves, like, you know, just like Dragon Ball Z, you got, you know, he goes Super Saiyan, oh, he goes Super Saiyan 2, oh, he goes Super Saiyan God, blah 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 blah. Yusuke goes through those same kind of progressions, damn near, and to be human, you know, until you know the end of it, you know, if you know, you know.
So
but
if you haven't watched it,
yeah. But yeah, Yu Yu is like I said, it's one of those special ones for me. I think I watched it completely from start to finish in 2011, 2012. Because I know it did come back on. It was on Toonami when we were younger, but I don't think I watched it all the way through. And I watched it fully. You know, I think I was 22 when I watched it fully. Just trying to find shit to watch, and it just stuck with me. So I've probably seen it about 15 times since then.
Top from start to finish.
Start to finish.
So, what is your favorite part of Yu Yu?
Favorite part of Yu Yu.
Favorite arc or favorite? Yeah, probably your favorite. What's your favorite story arc?
Favorite story arc would be the arc directly after the Dark Tournament,
Okay.
where he wins the Dark Tournament, which was a really, really, really big deal because humans aren't supposed to win that shit.
So he's still. I mean, I guess because they resurrected him back into his body, he's still considered human.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
I guess he is human.
Yeah, no, he was human.
Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. He was human at that time. But yeah, favorite part, like I said, he after him beating that and beating that enemy that he beat in that tournament, it was like, okay, where the fuck do they go from here? Like, how do you top this enemy that he just beat, which was Toguro, a demon who used to be human, and yeah, that whole arc, the Dark Tournament was a crazy arc because for a lot of reasons, but the fact that he ended up winning that one, which was crazy, especially how strong Toguro was, and then to follow it up, which was the favorite part to me, was to go against humans in the next arc, and they all had their special abilities, and I guess my favorite part about it was he went up against, you know, spoiler alert, he went up against the spirit detective that was before him. He had to end up fighting him, and it wasn't even any comparison to how strong he was compared to Guro. And so, like, you literally see how strong these niggas are and how much better they are than the last person they fought. Like, it's not even close. Like, it's not like, oh, okay, well, he can probably be him or he can probably be him. No, it's not close at all. So that storyline was crazy because Yusuke literally had to, yeah, I'm not even gonna say what he had to do, but he had to go through something again in order to beat that person, and it's crazy. It was probably one of the craziest plot twists in anime I've ever seen in my life.
Is he one of the strongest characters that you've ever seen? Protagonist, whatever you want to call him. Is he one of the strongest? If not the strongest?
He's definitely not the strongest. No.
Okay.
He, if we're being honest, All Might's giving this nigga problems. Saitama's giving this nigga problems. Goku was definitely giving this nigga problems. It's a lot of people that would give Yusuke problems if it came down to it. He's just one of my favorite characters and one of my favorite people that I feel like, you know, can give a lot of people problems. I think he's closer to Ichigo. Ichigo might win. We'll see. I don't know.
Or
But
Ichigo is.
yeah.
Yo,
And the dope thing is, did you know that they're coming out with a game called Jump Force?
No.
So Jump Force is Oh, I gotta show you. Where's my fire stick? I'm gonna show you in a second. Jump Force is a game that lets you use your favorite anime protagonist, and it's a fighting game. So you can have. So Yusuke is a character on there, so you can fight as Yusuke. Ichigo's a character on there. Ruki is a character on there.
Light is not.
Light can't
Because
fight.
all he can do is
He
write
can't
their name
fight,
down.
yeah. But Light would get on there and get his ass beat.
Boy, hell yeah. Nah, I write your name down. Fuck you.
Yeah, you gonna write by the second he writes the name down, Goku punching this nigga face into another universe. Goku's a character on there, like you can literally fight other anime characters with anime characters on there, and I can't wait. I think it drops. Shit, does it drop after this weekend? It drops soon.
Real? That's when?
It drops soon. It might be February, but I know it drops really, really soon. And I'm excited because that's gonna be the next PS4 game I get.
I haven't even heard about it.
Jump Force, yeah. I'm about to show you. Matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna end this live because yeah.
I'm done, y'all.
There it is. All right, so let me see. Let me find this Jump Force, but yeah, no, I'm excited because they show so Ichigo's in his final form, like after the anime, because you know that Bleach didn't finish. There's a whole nother story arc that they didn't even put in the anime.
Right.
But he's in there in his final form. Naruto's in there.
Boy.
Yeah.
Naruto, he's 50 million. 50 billion.
I literally cannot wait. Let me show you. Let me see the video. I just want you to see it. Freezes.
I really do. Is Kuwabara on there at all?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
I really like Kuwabara's character. I really like him. I cried at Yusuke's funeral because of Kuwabara.
Kuwabara's a real nigga. I'm letting Nate watch the Jump Force trailer right now so she can. Nate, you don't play no games or nothing like that, do you?
I used to. I sold my PS4.
You
know, I had the Xbox.
Oh, you did. Yeah.
And I bought a PS4 and I sold that one.
Yeah, no.
So I need to get a new game system.
Go ahead and get that PS4 so we can get on this Jump Force.
So, PS4, not Xbox?
As you can see, I no longer have an Xbox. I might get it back eventually, but I'm cool with just having the PS4 for right now.
Okay. Oh, wow.
This trailer heat though.
Look at each of them. Look at Naruto.
Naruto getting his ass whooped by a lot of people, and I'm like,
I feel like a lot of people will come for their neck on that.
Nah, I don't give a fuck. Goku's giving this nigga Naruto hella problems. I'm excited.
This is really nice. I know y'all niggas can hear this.
They probably hear a little bit of it, but no, it's cool. Yeah, no, that's okay. No, anybody that's listening to this, just pause it and go look at the Jump Force trailer right now.
Right now.
Now. Jump Force. Ooh, that whole heat.
Look at Rick. Hold on, who was at the end though?
Wait, who was it?
Just look and see who's on there at the very end.
Oh, I missed it. Wait, was that Ryuk?
Who? Yep, go back. Hold on. Who did you say that
was
like?
that Ryuk? I didn't even know he was on this game. I didn't even know.
Ryuk and
like, what the fuck is he gonna do? Okay, so Ryuk must be the one fighting because it ain't Light.
Therefore, I just write everybody's name down and I start getting my ass beat.
I'm fucking done. Unite to fight. I did not realize that Ryuk.
I seen them goddamn wings and I was like, That look like my Shinigami.
See, and now Nate's excited because that nigga Ryuk's about to be on a video game. Hold on.
You gotta have the goats. You have to have the best of the best on this game, and somehow Light is the best of the best, even though all he did was write niggas' names down.
Well, hold on. Jump Force. Ryuk. Death Note's Ryuk too strong to be a playable character by IGN. It makes sense. Like how would he possibly be a fucking playable character? I don't understand it.
They said he was one.
Yeah, that's what I just read on here. That's what IGN. I don't understand. Yeah, it really. There's levels to this shit, and I don't understand how Ryuk could even be like. First off, we never even seen Ryuk fight. Secondly,
all he do is eat apples.
He's all he give a fuck about is eating apples. Ryuk from Death Note isn't a playable character. Nakajima confirmed in an interview with Bahamut and Siliconera because if he writes names into the Death Note, people die. Right? He'd be too strong. This is true. Let's see. Nakajima did say Death Note characters will play a part in how the manga universes collided with ours. Okay. So they have a part in there. It's just a matter of I guess they tie everything together. Let's see. Okay.
Akira, Light gonna just be the god. That's the only thing I can see.
Probably. I'm excited. I can't wait. When does this shit drop? Let me look. Let me find.
Right, we need to know when this whole dropping.
Yeah.
Bro,
Let me see. Jump
I don't know why.
Force. Release date.
Dun dun dun.
February 15th.
Boy, after Valentine's Day, fuck a Valentine's Day.
Yeah, fuck Valentine's Day. I'm giving niggas problems with Goku, and that's fucking All-Star Weekend too. Yeah,
that's just too many gyms in one weekend.
I'm ready. Ready. Lord, yes, I'm ready. Okay, but yeah. All right, so yeah, Nate, I didn't even realize Ryuk and Light were gonna be a part of it. So now that's kind of dope. So yeah, our two favorite animes are gonna be in the same video game.
That's how you know that a lot of people feel the same way about these animes, like especially like our top 10.
Yes.
I think every list this is a sidebar. We'll go back to you. Every list that I've seen recently, like on Twitter and on Facebook, I definitely have seen Death Note on everybody's list, bro. Well, true anime watchers, not the BS, just watch Dragon Ball Z every now and then people. Well, why my phone saying that it's on Do Not Disturb while I'm driving?
Fam, you driving right now?
I'm trying to figure out.
I'm done. We definitely do want a Jump Force episode when it drops.
No, for real. What you doing?
Oh no, that's my fridge in my room. Don't worry about that.
I'm gonna say, damn, you finna come out this hole.
I'm fucking done. Okay, I got an all-time I got a character list for the game, so I want to read this off real quick. We didn't go on completely off. I don't care. I'm excited. So from One Piece, you're gonna have Monkey D. Luffy, Sanji, Blackbeard, Roronoa, Zoro. I'm sorry, Zoro.
Zoro, like the mask of Zoro?
No, well that's the character's name on there. Yeah, I've seen him. I think he has green hair. Sabo and Boa Hancock. Those are the One Piece characters. And from My Hero Academia, you have Deku is a playable character. Then Naruto, you got Naruto's a character, Sasuke, Kakashi, Kaguya, Gaara, and Boruto's a character. Okay.
All these goddamn names.
And then Yu Yu Hakusho, you got Yusuke and Toguro. And Hunter x Hunter, you have Gon, Killua, Kurapika, and Hisoka. Then Bleach, you got Ichigo, Rukia, Aizen. Oh shit, that nigga Aizen on here. Aizen and Renji. And then Saint Seiya, I don't know what that is, but Pegasus Seiya, and then Dragon Shiryu. And then Yu-Gi-Oh's on here. You got yeah, Yugi Moto's a playable character. Okay. And then Dragon Ball, you got Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Piccolo, Cell, and Trunks. And then Fist of the North Star, you got Kenshiro. City Hunter, you got Ryo. Rurouni Kenshin, you got Himura Kenshin, and then you got Shinchio Makoto.
I'm so glad you pronounce these names because that's something I have a problem with.
It's just something. Yeah, when you read enough subtitles, you kind of get it. Oh, Black Clover, you got Asta. I'm excited about that because I just started watching Black Clover.
I'm like 15 minutes into the first episode.
Yeah. And then original characters created by Akira Tokiyama just for the game. Lena, Glover, Kane, and Navigator. So these are original. Okay, so they're going to debut on the game. They don't have any anime ties. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yep. And yeah, those are all the ones that are going to be on there. So all I know is I'm giving niggas problems with Yusuke. I'm giving niggas problems with Ichigo. Taguro for sure. Goku without question. And shit, I'm giving niggas work with Yu-Gi-Oh! Fuck it. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, bro, we were talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and Digimon cards and Pokemon cards last week.
Yes. Throwback memories.
From years ago, 15, damn near 20 years ago, if not. We're telling our age.
We old.
Back to you. Now, speaking of age, you said Yu came out in the 80s?
Yeah, I think Yu came out 89 if I remember correctly. We got
Yu a crack baby.
What?
Yeah, 80s crack
I'm
baby.
fucking done.
Oh my goodness.
All right, dog.
I'm done, yo.
Okay, so I think it came out in 89. Let me see. It looks like the adaptation. Okay, so yeah, the anime dropped in 92. I lied. Okay, so 92, but damn near the 80s. But it's old.
Yeah,
and it looks really good.
Remember. Yeah, it does look really good. It does look really, really good. I think it looks better than Death Note, but like we were saying, Death Note doesn't have a lot of color because it's dark and theme, and they kept that with how the anime actually looked compared to Yu. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of blue. I mean, not saying that's the only color, but like, you know, I think Kuwabara was wearing blue. Yu, I mean, it's just
they all had their own colors.
Yeah, they all had their own colors.
Hiei black, Kurama pink, Kuwabara blue, Yusuke green.
But like Death Note, that shit was very dark. That shit was like black, white, gray.
Yeah,
that shit was
they didn't want nothing
dark.
too colorful. I think the most color was probably Misa and all her outfits that she would wear.
And that blonde ass fucking hair.
Yeah.
Ugh. She was aggy.
No. Let what's his name? Boo make it. His wife.
And speaking of that, because we said on the last one with the report, what if they did come out with just even the manga or the anime? What if Misa found out she was pregnant with a baby Light, and she gives Light Jr. the Death Note, and he inherits it, and she gives him Shinigami, or he gets I don't know, but he continues Kira's work when he gets old enough to understand.
I'm here for it.
That would be pretty dope.
I mean, it'd be
Far-fetched, a little far-fetched, but
a little bit, but yeah. I mean, I'd be here for it. They need to do something. I think Death Note was a good ass anime that could easily be continued with the right creative minds.
Right.
Because
to me, that second arc kind of lost me a little bit. It was some stuff.
You just didn't fuck with Nier.
I did not fuck with him, and I kind of didn't. I mean, I knew Light was gonna have to go. I guess I didn't like how he went out. Like, I mean, Ryuk. I guess it could have been a little more extra as fuck.
They finally outsmarted that nigga. That's just really what it came down to. It took a lot for them to outsmart that nigga.
Which shows how much of a genius and how far I wouldn't say advanced, but like just you think they were thinking 2 steps ahead. He was 6.
Yeah.
He was like triple the steps ahead that he was.
Yeah, Nier had to pull some shit out his ass in order to kill Light. So
well, he pulled him out of L's ass.
Yeah, basically. you so mad. You so mad that
I'm fucking salty that his little child. He's like the millennials after us, bro. He's like the 99 and up, bro.
I am.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like we paved the way, and then these fuckers get the credit for everything that we've done. That's how I feel like Nier was with L.
That's usually how it go. That's usually how it go. Fuck it.
It is. It really is.
That's alright. Shout outs to Light and because they got him up out of here. But before we dive right back into Death Note, Yu Yu Hakusho, like I said, it's definitely one of my favorites. I need them. They did drop. Well, they're supposed to drop a new OVA of Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know if it actually came out yet, but I did see a lot of stuff saying that Yu Yu Hakusho was coming back for a short period of time. So if it did come back and I haven't seen it yet, I'm disappointed in myself. Yeah, because I need that. So the story was heat. It had a proper ending and everything, but I need it back. I need them to run it back one more time before I hit 30. So yeah.
That folks before we hit 30. That's really
no real shit. Let me look right now, because if that shit is, like, really came back and I didn't see it, I'm on.
I didn't see. I mean, who am I to say? I feel like I missed a lot of shit, so I'm not gonna say that it was promoted or stuff was being said about it.
It looks like it's on YouTube. Oh shit.
Is it?
This looks like let me see, over 2018 English. So yep, it looks like if it's only 21 minutes, then yes, it is on YouTube. Oh, I'm watching this shit tonight. Let me see.
Is this a live action?
No, it's not live action.
Oh, that voice is sounding a little.
No. I'll look into it after we get done recording, because I need it. The only thing about Yu is the sub voices are trash compared to the dubbed. Yeah, it's not even.
We were watching it when we were watching on Rabbit. We were watching it dubbed.
Yeah. Did you ever watch it when we pulled up the sub voices that one day? Because I know at one point we started it with subs.
Oh, I think so. But
Ass.
I don't
Ass.
See, because my thing is, I've watched Death Note once sub, and sometimes, like you said, some of the voices. But a lot of times, if I'm watching something, like I think the day we might have tried to watch it sub, I probably didn't pay attention much because I was moving around. Because most of the time when we were watching on Rabbit, I wasn't getting to just sit there and watch. I was doing other stuff, which is why I watch a lot of stuff dubbed, because I might be moving around and I can hear what's going on. I don't necessarily have to look.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that. I want to say the very first episode we did watch, it was dubbed anyway, so that's kind of like, once the tone is set for me, that's kind of how I have to watch it. Because when I watch AOT, that has to be dubbed. No, excuse me. It has to be subbed, because I initially started watching it subbed.
I'm watching either way.
I've never watched it dubbed. So I have no idea how it is.
Yeah, none of the voices sound stupid on there to me. Yeah. They all sound good. I think what I've heard people say about the dubbed on Attack on Titan is that they hate Aaron's Titan's voice. So his roar, apparently it sounds shitty compared to the sub one, which I haven't even really. I've heard that, but I haven't even paid attention enough to see the difference. Right. But if it is trash, then hey, I didn't even notice it. But I noticeably can tell Yu Yu's sub is trash compared to Yu Yu's dub.
Is it soft? Is it
like, because they got a lot of iconic voices on Yu Yu, so Hiei's voice is the person that does Frieza's voice. Cool Bar's voice, if I remember.
I like his voice. It fits that he fits that body type or something.
If I remember correctly, Cool Bar's voice is Chris. I think his name is Chris. What's his name? It's Chris something, but it's Vegeta's voice.
So they took DB and DBZ characters and.
Well, I think this came. Well, no, it didn't come out before DBZ, but I mean, they're damn near around the same time, but there's a lot of good, like I said, iconic voices on there. Vegeta being one, Frieza being one. They're all.
Yu then?
I can't.
He's not
Or
in
Yusuke.
Yusuke,
I can't think of hearing his voice on anything outside of Yu Yu. And if he is on somebody else's show, I can't even think of it. Let me see. Yusuke English voice actor Justin Cook. And let me see who's Justin Cook. What has he been in?
Shout out to you.
So he's credited in Dragon Ball Z.
See.
He's credited in Yu Yu Hakusho. He's credited in Evangelion.
Oh, Evangelion?
Oh, Evangelion. Ooh, I fucked that up. Evangelion. Yeah. Yeah, Wolf Children, Kitty Grey. He's credited in My Hero Academia.
Is he?
Yep.
So he's very big in the anime world, so it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, most of the time they are, yeah. Of him?
Of him?
Yeah. He was like any regular white dude ever.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Who?
I mean, I'm about to look up and see who he was in these because he has some good. Let me see filmography. Here we go. Okay, so he is on Attack on Titan. He's Jurgen on Attack on Titan.
Okay. See, I haven't heard the dub voices, so that wouldn't help me now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let me see. In Dragon Ball, he's Raditz, Cell Jr., Dende, Evil Boo, Super Boo.
Damn, everybody, okay.
Devilman, which I'm assuming that's Dabura. Agent Shu. And in Dragon Ball Super Broly, which we're about to see on Sunday, he's Raditz.
Okay.
In Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods, he's Dende. And Eva Evangelion, he is Toji Suzuhara. That's Evangelion 1.0. Then Evangelion
2.0.
Yeah, 2.0. He's same person. Okay, he's in Fairy Tail. Toromaru.
Okay.
He's in Full Metal Alchemist.
Who was in Full Metal?
Russell.
Hold on, baby. Let me see who Russell.
And then he's also in Brotherhood as well.
He Russell in that one too?
No, he's Neil in Brotherhood.
Hold on, bro, because that really sounds like a nigga that turned his daughter into the half dog, half. Oh, did you ever get to that?
No, I haven't seen nothing in Brotherhood. I haven't seen it at all. I've seen the first one. I haven't seen nothing in Brotherhood. Let me see what else is in while you looking it up. My Hero Academia. He is Ijiro. I can't even think of who that is off the top of my head. He's in One Piece.
He's in everything, so they basically use his voice for all the American.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's lit though.
Yep.
To know that you always have a job.
Yep. And he's a lot of producers he's a producer on a lot of other shows. He's a producer in Baki, the Grappler.
Baki just came. Wow.
Well, I think so. You know, Baki on Netflix. That's the 3rd season.
Oh.
But apparently, Baki the Grappler is the 1st season. So he's a producer on that one. He's a producer on Desert Punk, which is an anime I've seen. Producer on Full Metal Alchemist. Producer on Lupin the Third. Producer on One Piece. Producer on Soul Eater. I like that one. Soul Eater almost made my top 10.
I said I was gonna watch that.
Producer on Yu Yu. Yeah, no, he's a legend. This Justin Cook guy, I fuck with him.
A Chimera, that's what it was.
Justin Ryan Cook. From Austin, Texas. Okay, Texas.
Shout out. So that nigga was drinking Tito's and doing anime voices.
Yep.
I fuck with it.
Yep. Only 36.
He's really young.
Yeah, he's only 36.
And he's been doing this shit for a minute because some of these people, Russell, okay, hold on, the younger brother, Fletcher.
Yeah, so hold on. So.
Oh, okay, bro. I don't know if you got that far along in Full Metal.
I haven't.
How far? So you ain't really touched the surface.
Which one? The first one?
Yes.
On the first one, I'm like 3 episodes in. I'm not
okay, never mind. Because there's I'm gonna give a little bit of a spoiler. There's a part in Full Metal. I can't remember if it's in Brotherhood as well, but there's people pretending to be the Elric brothers.
Okay.
And so they go investigate. And then they find out there's two brothers playing them, like trying to act like they're them and pretending that they have the alchemy shit down. And they do practice alchemy, but they on some other shit. Mm-hmm. It's one of those two of the brothers that was pretending to be the Elric brothers that he plays.
Okay.
That's a good way to make a living.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Justin Cook appreciation.
Right. Appreciation.
I stand.
Stand.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I need to give him his props. Like I said, he plays my nigga Yusuke.
A Twitter.
We'll find it.
We'll find it after this.
Yeah.
But as we're wrapping this up,
I think
we will be going to see Broly.
Yes, so yeah,
Sunday.
Today's Thursday, so yeah, we're gonna go see Dragon Ball Super Broly in theaters on Sunday.
As a group.
Yes. So yeah, we'll reach out to see who else wants to roll with us, and then so that's Sunday. So next time we record, we're gonna review Dragon Ball Super Broly and go over the greatness that is. I'm excited because from everything I've read, I think it broke records for anime movie dubs in the U.S. Like I think it made like 7 million on the first night.
Really?
Which is unheard of for a English dub anime that everybody and it's sport.
That shows you right there.
Yep.
The motherfuckers watch anime, bro.
For sure.
They be playing like they don't.
For sure. Dragon Ball Z is a household thing. Like
yeah, it is.
Damn near everybody's seen Dragon Ball Z. Damn near. So yeah, we'll review that next week, and then we'll have our shit together that week too. So
yeah, definitely will, bro. Just like you said, Broly equals Thanos.
He is the Dragon Ball Super Thanos. Yeah, he gets niggas out of here regularly. I really can't wait to talk about it next week because the real Dragon Ball Z fans, like, they know how much we fuck with Broly in Dragon Ball Z, and now that he's I believe it's called canon in this in Dragon Ball Super, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal that he's in this movie. But yeah, we'll get there when we get there next week. But yeah, Nate, you got anything?
No, we'll just be back next week with another episode of Blanime. We appreciate y'all.
Yes, we appreciate y'all thugging it out with us for the third week in a row.
Yeah, third week in a row. Make sure if you guys aren't following our Twitter page at Blanime Podcast, our handler names, our individual personal handler names are in the bio.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Then the Facebook group Blanime, you can find it on Facebook, obviously.
Just search Blanime.
Yes, it's closed, so I'm pretty sure if you type it in, you'll find us. We'll accept you. Come in, be active. And share the podcast, because I think we got some pretty good content. We've been having fun with it.
Yeah.
And I think it's just going up and up and up. I'm so excited. I can't wait till the days that we record, and I'm like trying not to text Mike all day and be like, bro, I can't wait.
I'm ready. Yeah. Real shit. Yeah. No, it's really fun when we do. So we enjoy talking about shit and diving into it, and then drinking while we do it. So
it's always a plus.
Yeah. But yeah. Hey, thank you guys so much. We'll see y'all next week, and when we talk about Broly. So y'all be good.
Bye.
Bye.